hey, it's me, Dave from before. Dave Hill from Show Business. Dave Hill, sitting here in my living room, not exactly sure what's going on with my hair. Wouldn't kill me to take a shower. Anyway, my point is, welcome to the Crime Blotter. It's so scary, I struggle to even say it. The Crime Blotter, wherein I take a look at some of America's so-called lesser crimes, which just so happen to have taken place in northeastern Ohio, where I just so happen to be from. I got a little piece of apple in my tooth, I think. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyway, before I go any further, first and foremost, I want to thank my Patreon supporters, without whom my sweet Lucy wouldn't get very many treats now, would she? She can hear me say that. That's why I kind of disguised it. So maybe she was like, I don't know what he's saying. My point is, thank you for those who are part of my Patreon. If you would like to be a part of my Patreon, there's the link, patreon.com/Mr. Dave Hill, for about the price of a cup of coffee. If you live somewhere where coffee is expensive, it's not that expensive. It's only a couple dollars, a few dollars. You can be a part of my Patreon, which is the best Patreon in the world, in my medical opinion. Also, please subscribe to this channel. I don't know, I think now it's peanut. I think I have a piece of peanut in my mouth. This is hell. My point is, welcome to the Crime Blotter. Let's get into it. I got some, pretty disturbing crimes locked and loaded today. First headline, drunk driver shouldn't have gone out with sister. I'll say, this is from the North Royalton Police Blotter. North Royalton, where is that? Isn't that right by North Olmsted? Isn't that probably only maybe 35, 40 minutes from where you grew up in University Heights, Ohio? Also in Northeastern Ohio? Yeah. Yes, it is! North Royalton, or as I like to call it, Helltown. Here's why. Case of drunken driving. York Road, sure. Why not? On March 9th, March 9th. That's just 8 days before St. Patrick's Day. Is there a connection? Let's see. Police were dispatched to a York Road address after an off-duty officer observed a weaving vehicle strike a mailbox. It happens. An arriving officer located the suspect, who was pulled over just south of Valley Parkway. Oh, Valley Parkway. Sounds idyllic, doesn't it? Not when you're slamming into mailboxes all willy-nilly. The officer talked to the woman, who smelled like alcohol. Why can't I pronounce basic words today? Have I ever been able to? I don't know. Asked about the odor, the woman slurred that she had consumed, and I quote, a couple of beers. After failing a field sobriety, and by a couple she means 9. After failing a field sobriety test, during which she lost her balance twice, champion, the woman was arrested for drunken driving. Later at the jail, the woman said, this is also a quote, "It's my fault. I screwed up. I shouldn't have gone out with my sister." The sister sounds like trouble. She honestly does. But it's kind of adorable. It's kind of a story you'll laugh at over Thanksgiving, I imagine. Remember when Tammy got arrested because Janet got her really drunk? Yeah, I do actually. Wasn't that on Valley Parkway? Yeah. Shh, don't bring it up. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm enraged and terrified. Mother cancels. This is kind of one of those. Let's get into it. Mother cancels fraud report. Hungry son was culprit. I'm listening. This is from the Strongsville Police Blotter. Case of fraud. Castlereagh Lane. I think it's Castlereagh. Castle. Sure, that's Castle. Then Reagh. Is it Castlereagh? I'm going with Castlereagh. Why not? It's fun to say. On March 15th. Wait, Dave, isn't that exactly like 6 days after the incident where the woman was drunk and blamed her sister? Or blamed, said she shouldn't. Well, she actually said, she did claim. She was like, yeah, it's my fault. I shouldn't have gone out with my sister. So she didn't blame the sister, but she kind of did. Anyway, let's get back to it. On March 15th, a Castlereagh Lane resident, and also Strongsville, More like Troubleville. Called police after believing that they were victim of a fraud. The woman said she had just noticed that her credit card had been fraudulently used at a Rocky River McDonald's. Rocky River. Dave, wait, isn't that the town your first girlfriend lived in? Yeah. Do I have fond memories? Sure. Do I know that McDonald's? I can't remember. A short time later, words are really eluding me today. The mother called back to cancel the report. It turned out that her son was the culprit. I can't stay mad at him. She's like, Mark, did you order McDonald's? Yeah, I did actually. Oh gosh. Well, get your own credit card, son. The way I see it, if you're from Strongsville and you're going to McDonald's in Rocky River, which is not close, pal, you can get your own credit card, okay? Yeah. I think, anyway. Though, what am I? Perfect? Yeah, kind of. Alright, let's keep going. This next one is going to blow your mind straight out your butthole. Okay. Driver doing whippets crashes into car and flees. Right. This from the Olmsted Falls Police Blotter. Olmsted Falls, isn't that by North Olmsted and also North Royalton? I think. Olmsted Falls, we used to play them in hockey back in high school. But Olmsted Falls also, yeah, sounds idyllic. Great place to raise a family. Also, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, whippets, is that like a donut that you do in your car? Not even close. Okay, this is a crash, Cook Road. On March 26, wait, isn't that just 10 days after the thing where the kid steals a credit card and gets McDonald's? Yeah, it is. Is there a connection? I don't know. On March 26, a driver fled after a 2-car crash. She was located. By the way, I should have said I am considering the McDonald's credit card thing. That's a closed case. Will it happen again? Probably. Also, adorably. On March 26, a driver fled after a 2-car crash. She was located near the scene, aren't they always, and was arrested on obstruction and hit and skipped charges. She admitted, I don't know why I said hit and skip charges like that, but it was fun. She admitted to doing whippets, otherwise known as, you're thinking like, oh, that's like a donut, otherwise known as, no, nitrous oxide. That's right, drugs. Not really, but kinda, if you're in 8th grade and terrified like I was. Just before causing the crash, she was doing whippets. The canister was seized as evidence. What are you doing? Doing whippets and then driving. Just hang out. Enjoy yourself. Go to Burger King maybe. Or maybe hit that McDonald's in Rocky River that the kid with the credit card did. Anyway, the woman also had warrants from 3 agencies. She was taken to the Strongsville jail. Strongsville? Wait, isn't that the town where the kid was from? Where they used the... Do you see how I connect the dots? Do you see one of the greatest legal/criminal minds of all time? How that's me, basically. Dave Hill. Expert of like 500 things most people can't even handle. Okay, let's keep going. Got a few more cases here. I am going to finish on like a positive note, because like this is the thing I picked up from my back is itching. Ow. Doesn't hurt. I don't know why I said it hurt. It's like doesn't hurt. It's just itchy. I was just like, oh, maybe I need to moisturize. My point is, just wait for it. I'll get to it. But basically, I realized that the Crime Blotter, which you get early on my Patreon. Yeah, you heard me. The Crime Blotter's terrifying. Let's just say it. It's a very scary program. But I do have a feel-good story that I'm gonna end with. Just to, if you're like, Dave, is this ever gonna let up? Is there a point in my life when I can stop being terrified of the Crime Blotter? Yeah, it's coming in just a couple minutes. Calm the F down. Okay, thank you. Now let's get to it. Let's get to the... But it's not yet. This next case will be terrifying. Drunk man with blood on pants. That's right, blood on pants. Leaps from moving car in Berea. Berea, wait a minute. Isn't that kind of like near Strongsville? I don't even know. I gotta look at a map, honestly. I say they're all close, but honestly, I basically know about 5 towns near where I grew up, and then the rest I just think are all clustered together, even though, let's be honest, they might not be. They probably are, right? I don't know. Strongsville was, okay, Berea. Yeah, you hear about these towns on the news. Have I been to them? Yeah, briefly. Berea, Ohio. Okay, this is interesting. It doesn't say, like, what the case is. Normally they do. Berea, Ohio. An intoxicated Olmsted Township man. Is that by Olmsted Falls? Well, what the F do you think? Yeah! An intoxicated, which is to say drunk. I don't know why I said drunk that way, but it's fun. An intoxicated Olmsted Township man with blood on his pants was taken to Southwest General Health Center in Middleburg Heights. March 23rd. March 23rd. Wasn't that just like a few days, 3 days before the Whippet lady was crashing into stuff? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay. Middleburg Heights, March 23rd. Taken to the hospital. Got blood on his pants. After he jumped out of his mother's moving car on Beach Street. We've all been there. See, this is what's unclear. It doesn't say whether he had blood on his pants already. But, okay, police had first noticed the man, 21, at about 1 a.m., stumbling in front of a home on Beach. Sure. Police didn't question the man then because he appeared to walk into the home. Of course, that's what criminals do. They try to fake you out. A few minutes later, a friend of the man called police and said the man was so drunk he would not let him inside the home. The friend believed the man might have had alcohol poisoning. I'm sorry, usually this is a bit severe, isn't it? When police arrived, the man told them he had been hanging out with friends and drinking alcohol. In addition to the blood on his pants, let me start that over. In addition to the blood on his pants, the man had cuts and scrapes on his hands. The man was unable to explain. Okay, I was asking this earlier because I'm an incredible legal and criminal mind detective, I guess you might say. The man was unable to explain how the blood ended up on his pants and hands. We've all been there. Police didn't understand what he was saying because he was hammered. I added that because he was hammered part. It didn't say that in the report here. The man's friends said the man had consumed a gallon of vodka mixed with water from a jug. I'll go first. What? Then he tried to drive away. No, okay, but the friends prevented him from doing so. Good. Those are good friends, looking out for you. But maybe they shouldn't have let him consume, that's right, a gallon of vodka mixed with water from a jug? Sure, I like a martini now and again, but a gallon of vodka? I don't think so. The man was, quote-unquote, verbally aggressive toward police and his friends. Yeah, you drink a gallon of vodka, it'll happen. Do you get blood on your pants and you don't know why? Yeah, that'll happen too. Paramedics arrived, examined the man, and determined that he didn't need hospitalization. The man said he would walk to his home in Olmsted Township. His friends called his mother, who arrived to pick him up. Police cited the man for disorderly conduct. I'm calling this an open case because it doesn't make sense. Like, when it says he jumped out of the car, his mom was driving, but is that... Okay, so it sounds to me, the guy's hammered, drinks a gallon of vodka. We've all been there. He wants to drive away. And, okay. And then the mom comes, and then he jumps out of the car. Then what? I'm calling this an open case. The timeline is confusing. I think intentionally so. Maybe not, but it's fun to suggest that it might have been. That's what I would say if I were in court, which I intend to be soon for all the wrong reasons. Let's go. I promised you I would end on a feel-good case because, let's be honest, most of these, pretty much, everyone's drunk around Whippets so far. Even Lucy's like, Dave, this isn't your best episode. You can hear her growling over in that corner. She's like, step it up, pal. Animal control officer saves squirrel. All right, you're feeling good, aren't you? You're like, the scary music doesn't really work right now. Animal control officer saves squirrel. Well, that's the hope, right? Rocky River police blotter. Wait, Rocky River, isn't that where the kid used his mom's credit card to get McDonald's? Yes, it was. Oh, Lucy looked at me. She's like, what was that about? If you could see the look on her face, she's like, okay, pump the brakes, Dave. Animal rescue, Wagar Road. Wait, Wagar Road, isn't that right? Didn't your first girlfriend live right off Wagar Road? Yeah, isn't McDonald's right near Wagar Road? Yeah, is it on Wagar Road? I think it might be. I'm honestly not sure. On March 18th, yeah, that's the day after St. Patrick's Day. You tell me. A resident reported a squirrel stuck in a soccer net. I like the idea that the squirrel was playing soccer, but that's just me. Maybe it wasn't. With a nut, like an acorn, he's playing soccer. Okay, this whole thing's adorable. The animal control officer was able to release the squirrel, who climbed into a nearby tree. He's like, hey, I'm just gonna go back to squirreling it up, I guess. No more soccer for me. He had some netting stuck to his tail, but was otherwise okay. Adorable. All the squirrel friends are like, hey, Sparky. That's just what I choose to believe his name is. It might not be. What's with the netting on your tail? He's like, don't ask. Long story. Anyway, my point is, he's okay. No longer playing soccer that we know of. Yeah. So all's well, I think. I'm calling this not a closed case, but an adorable case. This has been the Crime Blotter, wherein I take a look at America's so-called lesser crimes, but obviously not lesser in most cases, which just so happen to have taken place in northeastern Ohio. Please rate, review, subscribe, listen, tell your friends. I want this to become, I believe it to be the best true crime podcast. Is it number one? Not yet. Not yet. The other thing I wanted to say is sign up for my Patreon. Patreon.com/Mr. Dave Hill. Get the news first. And I'll do sick playlists, other cool stuff, Q&As. You can ask me questions directly, message me. It's fun. Everyone loves it. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, or I'll be seriously irritated. I'll TP your house and take your mom out for dinner and breakfast. Yeah, what we do in between, none of your business. Alright, thank you. Until next time, I'm Dave Hill. Watch your backs, watch your rooftops, and most of all, be careful out there. The Crime Blotter. I'm gonna stop this video right now. Why not?